there any music? What music do I have? I don't even know what music I've got over here. What music is there? I've got. I think I have turtles mating. Is this turtles mating? Is that it? No, that's not it. Is this it? That turtles mating? Where's the turtles mating? How do I make the turtles mate? There they go. Okay. So I think this button makes the turtles mate. There they go. All right, good. Turtles are mating. Anything else?
I mean, if you don't like spaghetti and meatballs, why don't you get the hell out?
Okay, got that one. Right. And then back to that. Right. That's the way I like
If you don't like spaghetti and meatballs, why don't you get the hell out?
Tavares, let's see. Where is Tavares? That's a good question. Where is Tavares? Where is right in the butt? Oh, that's on the green pad up here.
No.
Oh, that's just the no.
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 Tavares. Right in the butt?
What?
No.
Okay, so that's the short Tavares. Give me the whole Tavares. Give me the big boy.
Tavares. Right in the butt?
What?
No.
No. They're not going to allow it.
This is the best.
Yeah, that's
it. Yeah, that's it. This is the best. Oh my gosh. We have technical difficulties already. That's right. I still haven't gotten a new mic cord. That's right. I meant to get a new cable because of the dangle thing. I got an issue with my dangle. But I haven't gotten that yet. Good day, sports cucks. All right. We're going to get right to it today. I forget how to share stuff. Present over here. Share this shit. Share the whole window. The whole Megillah. Awkward time? Oh, no awkward time at all. There's something awkward about my dangle. It happens. Sometimes when you have an issue with your jiggle will cause a particular angle to occur where like the cord just doesn't dangle right. So you've got a problem with your dangle angle. And then you get this weird like sound. All right, now let's take a look at some of the ads I'm being served here because I think that's very important. So in addition to Google Feud, you get to see what on earth display ads want to be shown to me. So it seems like I might be getting some candy soon. We got Russell Stover's over here, some Ghirardelli. Oh, now we're going to swap out. Hola, evening Escobar, how's it going? And then yes, old sports cucks. Cunshot, no, there's no awkward time to join other than all the time, I assure you. All right, so now let's get right into Google Feud here. So if you haven't played this game before, I don't know that I've ever won. The more I think about Google Feud, the more I realize I don't think I'm any good at it. Hold on, let me stop this share and put on a different one. Hold on. I'm going to move this over just so I can look at you and your pretty faces more. Let me share this. Back to the window. This is the guy I want. Perfect. All right, cool. So how this works basically is we get to play the feud, and I think there's 10 questions, which is bullshit, because like half the time in Google Feud, or in normal Family Feud, you get like, what are we doing, Dad? Hola. Love the hair. Thank you, Leonon. So yeah, what are we doing? We're playing the Google Feud. It's just like normal Family Feud where you get to guess at stuff, only we get 4 guesses, and there's 10 questions every time. And that's the part that's BS, is you basically have to clear the board with 10. Oh, I got a lag? All right. I don't know who this Twitch person is, but you're my favorite now. I'm just going to feature the Twitch people. I don't know what that means. I'm going to assume that means Los Angeles, good game, good game. Hey, Kayla, people love the Google Feud, clearly. I don't know who these people are. Hopefully you're big fans of Sports Cucks. He's a loyal watcher here. All right. Let's get it going. What is the best kind of blank? Oh, sorry, I can't do this. Let the song play. Perfect. All right. Oh, all right, sports cucks. All right. Hello there, Kayla. Wonderful to meet you. I'm going to say cheese. What is the best kind of cheese? I think that's a world where maybe people are looking for fancy things. So I'm going to think that maybe this is the best kind of cheese. But I also don't know how dirty Google Feud gets. Is this the best kind of... I think it's cheese. I'm going to go cheese. Oh, what a rip. We didn't get that one. I think car is pretty solid, Robert Weir. All right. Yeah, wine makes sense with cheese. We got shut down on cheese. Yeah, Robert, I think that's what I was kind of thinking as well. I was like, I don't want to lead with that. I don't want to scare off Kayla. She just joined. Steak. Oh, Cunshot _ over here says steak. Is it Wagyu? What's your favorite kind of steak? Weigh in on the comments. A lot of times I'll order a petite filet because I think I want a filet, but then somebody else will get a ribeye, and I'm like, damn, that ribeye is good. Oh, snap. Number 2, what is the best kind of steak? Oh my gosh, Cunshot is on fire here. All right, so like I said, we got to get 10 of these, which is not easy. So best kind of steak, so that's a high-end thing, so I'm going to go with wine. So that was the suggestion earlier from Escobar there with the wine. Oh yeah, what is the best kind of movie is a good one, solid. All right, we're going to go wine first because we got that up there from Escobar. Oh, bullshit. What a rip. All right. What is the best kind of movie? What is the best kind of movie? I would imagine it's a 90-minute film. Rom-com. Actually, I take that back. I don't even need the rom. I just need a zany comedy for 90 minutes. I don't think there's too much romance in something like The Jerk. I mean, I guess I'd take that back. There is. Step Brothers, very little romance. Superbad. I guess everything eventually gets some kind of romantic storyline in there, but I wouldn't define those as typical rom-coms, so to say. Where the best kind of steak is medium rare steak. That's right. Beer. What is the best kind of beer? That's pretty good. Water. Okay, yeah, what is the best kind of burger? Oh, man. That's the same. We've got 2 more X's to go, I'm pretty sure. So I'll roll out movie. I have to stop watching Lion King. I'm sorry. What is the best kind of water? I heard that Liquid Death has I don't think it has arsenic like that Walmart apple juice, but it's got a bunch of bad stuff in it where people are like, hey, Liquid Death is worth a lot of money. And I was like, okay, cool. I've never had any of that because it's just water in a can, but all right, all good. And then I guess they have a lot of poison in there. Or not poison, but stuff that's above maybe the recommended levels. But who's to say all of our waters don't have that? All right. Any steak that's well done. I'll say I'm not going to send back a well-done steak by any means. And if it's a well-done ribeye, I kind of don't care. If it's shoe leather, I don't know. But I have no problem if you go a little over. I'm fine with it going a little over to the well-done area. It's fine. Sex, that's the second guest for sex. Sorry, what's the best kind of milk to drink and best kind of water? Oh, goodness. I actually kind of like what is the best kind of water. Because that seems like something kids would search. Or people like Gwyneth Paltrow who are looking for the best kind of water. Hell yeah! Woo! Cunshot is on fire. I think that's 2. Still have the number 1 answer on the board here. Like I said, there's 10 of them. I don't think I've ever beaten Google Feud where I've gotten all 10 right. Let's see. I need hemoglobin running out of that steak. Yes, I certainly have no issue with a good bloody steak either. It's delicious and bloody, but that's perfectly down the middle is fine by me. Even Steven, Rational Bill, right down the middle is all good with me. Banish them all. Strip Mall Steve, why did I pick that name? God, how old am I now? 2024. I'm 39. Let's see. I guess when I was about 19 or 20, I was living in Austin and just making dumb songs. And sometimes I would make dumb country songs, and sometimes I would make dumb, not even rap songs, just dumb hip hop beats or funk beats with me having fun on them. And one time a producer wrote Strip Mall Steve on there, and that was a funny name. So that is really the story of it. And then the reason I started going by it is because I didn't want people to know my last name. So I basically just came up and said, I'll just use that old Strip Mall Steve name. Because when I went into radio stuff like a year and a half, 2 years ago or whatever, just didn't want people in town to know my last name off the jump there. It's like, I'll just leave that out. So Strip Mall Steve seemed to work just fine. Apologize to Texas, not me. Help my roommate keep staring at me. All right, we got one more X to go. I think sex has been said twice. We're just doing it. Oh, come on. Google Feud. Magnesium to take? How old are these effing Googlers? Best kind of mulch. The best kind of sleep. Is that referencing like medicated sleep versus natural sleep versus like sleep after a murder? Like, best kind of sleep. Best kind of mattress. So clearly people interested in getting good sleep. His full name is Steven Stevenson. That's right. I can't have people knowing that. It's too embarrassing for me. They'll call me up in the phone book. They'll get the white pages, the old residence pages. Protein powder, this actually makes sense. I should have been thinking more like a bro. Milk to drink? Somebody said that. Yes, Cunshot said milk to drink. Cunshot, do you work for Google, or is this like that Always Sunny episode where you are the person who gets, you're the person who gets asked these questions? You're the person who's Googling the most. A what? What is the best kind of dog? I should have guessed that. That's pretty solid, actually. All right, next round. Shackelford is a badass name. That's why I didn't want to ruin it for people. There's other people in my family, like, that's legitimately it. There's other people in my family who I didn't want to drag down their name because if you've watched me enough, I don't deal in prestige as other members of my family do. So if I could just remove the Shackelford element of it and not tarnish my good wife's chef name or my sister's wonderful comedy writer name or my father Lee's lawyer name, thought that was probably best for me. So a mutta, how to get out of a murder. Yeah, how to get out how to get out of a murder. I think that immediately puts you on a list if you search that, but we're going to go with it. How to get out of a relationship, how to get out of marriage, how to get out of what's the short one? How to get out of a ticket. That's pretty solid, Robert Weir. How to get out of... sorry, I should have played the music again. Let's just play it right now. Oh, come on! Sorry, I'm slow on the draw here. Amaze. I don't know that anything you Google is going to be applicable to every single maze. It's just going to tell you to find the exit of the maze, right? Is there a trick to getting out of a maze if you're in the maze? I would imagine you just have to try to navigate. I've never done one of those corn mazes. Like I said, I'm really just judging it based off like a restaurant menu on like a Denny's kids menu or something like that. And it's easy then because you can just take your pencil and kind of draw it out. But in an actual maze, is there any strategy other than just remember where you've been, figure out which paths you haven't taken and navigate them until you find the exit? I don't know. How to get out of a toxic relationship. Okay. I guess people aren't trying to get out of good relationships. How to get out of a crime scene. That's two related to crimes there. I wonder if even me typing this in will get me put on a list. What's this short one? That's the thing. Sometimes I like to try to guess them based on the length of the word here. How to get out of... Man, I don't know what's short. I just keep thinking dog from the last round. And you're like, if you're inside a dog, you're in a weird position already. You might already be committing a crime like that one professor from Pennsylvania or whatever. Ooh, I think that's it. Jury duty. I was like, there's something that people say. That's good. Yes, that's got to be number one. Great guess. A dog attack. Is that KT? KT was attacked by a dog. Oh no. Yeah, poor KT. He could never get over it after he was attacked by that dog at a young age. He still does not enjoy dogs, but he does love thug cats. Jury duty was really good. Like, I mean, you can't get out of defensive driving. We already said a ticket. How to get out of, relationships, good. Straitjacket? Handcuffs? Would you be I guess you could Google it in advance. Once you're in the handcuffs or the straitjacket, it's going to be difficult to Google it. Malware ransom. That sounds oddly specific, so I'm going to go with it. Clearly, Robert's computer was taken over, and they said his device was under control unless he went and bought them 5 gift cards valued at $200 a piece. A bad date. Malware ransom. It's so random it might be there. That's what's so dumb about Google Feud. Nope, that was our last X. Oh. Yeah. A bad date was a good answer. I think that's similar to the friend zone. How to get out of a bad date. That's kind of like the friend zone. Kayla, I sincerely apologize about losing both your dogs. I've lost dogs at the end of their lives as well. It's not good. Got 2 new dogs now. They're delightful. I encourage getting new dogs. They'll come around. There's tons of dogs that need to be rescued all the time. Depression. This is an unfortunate one. And I love all the dogs. I wish I could adopt like 20 more. I follow too many rescue pages as it is on Instagram, so my feed is filled with just pugs all the time and other rescue dogs, and I want them all. But I can't get them all. It's a problem. You can only have a couple. Quicksand. That's similar to straitjacket and handcuffs. Quicksand, I guess the top half of you is still open and accessible, so that makes sense that you would be able to still Google stuff, so that makes sense. How to get out of safe mode. How to get out of jail in Monopoly. How do you get out of jail in Monopoly? Well, now I'm interested. Hold on, let's get to the bottom of this. How do you get out of jail in Monopoly? All right. How do you get out of jail? If you land in jail, you must exit on your turn by using a get out of jail card, if you have, or you can buy one. Okay, so you got to have the get out of jail free card, or you can buy one. How much does it cost? Paying $50. Or you can try to roll doubles. I kind of remember that now. Where is Honey? It's a good question. Pay $200? Is it 200? This one says $50 over here. Pay $50 at the start of your next turn. I think you have to pay $200 when you go to jail. I think that's just the fine for like having to go. Hold on, let me go find Honey here. Honey. Honey. Where are you, doll? There we go. Hey, Honey, how's it going? Pay $200. Yeah. Sorry, Robert. I forgot to put that on the screen. Yeah, you do have to pay $200. I think you have to pay $200 just to go there. Got attacked by a dog last year doing DoorDash all the way down to the bone. Immediately got the Frankles on my case. There we go. Get the Frankles. 2 rolls and then $50. Robert knew it before I got to it. Kick-ass job, Robert. Excellent. All right. There's Honey. There she is. All right, yeah, now. Honey, you ready to play? Let's play some of the Feud. Is it wrong to hit on my wife's sister? Is it wrong? Is it wrong to steal from the collection plate? Is it wrong to light gasoline fires? Honey is 6 to midnight. Damn right. Kiss your cousin. Ooh. That feels real. I'm not going to talk about a weird cousin thing because I didn't have any hot cousins that I was attracted to. But I think I've mentioned this one time before. I have an uncle on my dad's side, so my dad's brother, who I guess when I was probably like 12, married some chick who he was only married to for about 2 years, and he had a daughter, huge, gigantic knockers. So no real attraction to her, and we didn't live in the same city or anything like that, but I was briefly married randomly or had somebody randomly in my family who just showed up when I was 12 at a weird time, and I was like, oh, you're a new member of the family, kind of, and you have ginormous knockers. And then she was gone from the family like a year later because they got divorced and that guy married somebody else. So, no clue whatever came from it. Anyway, I think people do search that. Is it wrong to kiss your cousin? Let's hope it's just kissing. Oh, gosh. Is it wrong to clog a public toilet? Is it going? I mean, I think that's assumed, right? Some of these things you have to assume that. I would hope that's general public knowledge at this point, that it's just rude. Is it wrong to bring it out in public? Am I from Alabama? No, but she was. And it only happened. So no, she was from like Tallahassee. That's pretty much Florida, Bama. So one part of my family was from out there. So that's the thing. I'd have to drive out there every Thanksgiving, and you get to 1 year in Thanksgiving, and you're just like, why is there some chick with huge jugs here? What the hell's going on? And that was about it. Like I said, that ended about a year later, 2 years later. My uncle, I think, is a piece of garbage. I don't know. I don't think he watches, so I think it'll be fine. Roll Tide. Turn right on red. Is it wrong to turn right on red? I think that's a legit question. Oh my gosh, I can't spell. Turn right on red. Oh, come on. What are these super long ones? Is it wrong to... Yeah, I mean, I don't want to just say, is it, wrong to pleasure yourself? That's the thing. I'm like, is it all Catholics that are searching? Like, how repressed are these people? Do drugs. That is an ethical gray. Sorry. Oh, there goes the angle dangle. Oh, gosh. Oh, see? We're having technical difficulties right there. We're just going to dangle it just like this. Just like when your phone charger's all janky. I'm sorry about what just happened there. If I broke your ears, I'm sorry. Is it wrong to do drugs? Is what I think I'm going with here. Order a steak well done is also going to be on my my list. So I think to do drugs is solid. I think that's an ethical gray area. Oh, come the fuck on. I don't think it's wrong to do drugs. I think it's wrong to abuse drugs, if I could make that distinction. I think anyone who's using drugs probably knows that distinction. So I would say it's an ethical gray area. It's certainly wrong to administer drugs to someone who does not wish them to be administered. But I don't know that it's wrong. I mean, when you say drug, are we talking about illicit drugs that are designed for euphoria? Or are we talking about stuff that's used for solely medicinal purposes? Because those are, by definition, drugs. So let's see. And then order a steak well done. I really like that answer. Because that's the kind of thing I think people are like legit searching. Where they're like, hey, if I go out to dinner with my boss, have sex with a coworker. That's what I'm wondering. Oh, come on. What the fuck is this? What the hell is this dungeon shit? Okay. I mean, I don't even know what's happening here anymore. What,
You're gone. Fired. Out of here. Ain't nothing I can do for you.
like, I mean, yeah, yeah, Kayla, I agree. Do you know what pickup dungeon is, Kayla? Because it seems like everyone. Is it wrong to try season 4? I've heard of none of these things. Is it wrong to pick up dungeon? What the hell is this? Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? Is this a pornography program? Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? This has to be some kind of like, what's the Japanese anime porn? Is that hentai? What's that? Ugh. Executive, avert your eyes. Lord knows what we're about to go into here. Oh my gosh. All right, well, clearly if you were into that show, you would have known what that was about. I did not know. So we're going to move right on. Oh, J-Bomb, how's it going? Let's get right back into the feud. Dark web is right. Yeah, Google Feud really let us down there on Pickup Dungeon. Who makes the best? See, now I'm just thinking like myself from like, who makes the best cheesecake? Like, I really want to know who makes the best cheesecake, but I'm sure that's not what people are searching. Who makes the best? Now I'm just thinking about cake. It's just wedding cake. It's all cakes now. Yeah, who makes the best food? Carbonara. Yeah, I think we should start more generic. Who makes the best food? Oh, come on. Who makes the best, or should we think like wives or husbands? Who makes the best partners? Who makes the best burger? I think it's the second burger guess I've gotten from Sports Cucks. I like that it's a nationwide search for burger, just like cheesecake. I'm in though. Oh, come on. Yeah, pizza. Who makes the best car? People do like bests when it comes to cars. That's the thing. There's some shorties. Sometimes I gotta look at these things. Who makes the best? I'm gonna go car. I like that one. Damn it. Only one X to go. Oh, Kayla's roommate is making cake. There's a lot of kinds of cake. Like bunt cake is named that because of the shape. Pineapple upside down cake, I think, is because it's upside down. Sponge cake, I think, is because it feels like a sponge. But then other stuff will trip you up. Like German chocolate cake is not anything to do with Germany. No, has nothing to do with them. It's just some guy whose last name is German, and he came up with that cake, and it's called German chocolate cake or something like that. Or maybe he came up with the kind of chocolate. I don't know. But it has nothing to do with Germany. Yeah, who makes the best cake? Fake orgasms noises in adult films. Well, I have not been to the Vivid Entertainment Awards in a while, so I can't recall who's doing it well right now. I actually don't know any current porn stars, honestly. Are there still porn stars that, like, run the industry? I mean, because even becoming a film star is harder. Like, we all still know Kevin Costner because he was big in the 90s. Like, I still know Jenna Jameson because she was big for years, but I don't know that I know any, like, fresh new porn stars. Fresh sounds really weird in that context. I apologize. I don't know that I know the new up and coming porn stars on the circuit. Yeah, who makes the best cake? Chocolate cake. Al Roker's pies. Fart noises. Well, fart noises, sorry, is clearly the whoopee cushion. Say what you will, that's a tried and true invention. The whoopee cushion still gets the job done. So I don't care who you are. If you have a whoopee cushion, just put it underneath your arm. You'll get a laugh out of it. Just keep it under there, wait for the right time, and then just squeeze your arm just a little bit. It's incredible. Riley Reid. Oh, who's Riley Reid? That name does sound familiar, but again, like all the alliteration names sound familiar. I wish I knew some of their names. That way I could go back to some of their videos. All right, who makes the best cake? Oh, come on. Oh, it was more appliances. Refrigerators. TV was the shorty. Son of a bitch. Kitchen cabinets for the money. So they don't want to know who makes the best kitchen cabinets. They want to know reasonably for the money who makes the best kitchen cabinets. Like, just within reason. Dishwasher, women's t-shirts. Now that's something I don't know either. I bet shopping for women's t-shirts is tough. Lots of weird, lots of indie designer labels and like little shops that my wife goes into, and Lord knows who makes the women's t-shirts there. TikTok shorts. I'm hungry. Riley's legit. All right, I'll have to check it out. Is she like Andy Reid? Who makes the best quality sofas? We're definitely overthinking this. Solar panels and golf clubs. I think we're doing just fine. How to build a... Sorry, I gotta play the music. I apologize. Well, the first thing that pops into my mind is sex dungeon, and seeing as how we had that one thing about dungeons earlier in that hentai thing, I'm just going to type in sex dungeon, how to build a sex dungeon. What? Ugh, well, clearly nothing I search is contributing. How to build a deck, fire pit. Yeah, I think we're all on the right track here. Deck, fire pit, how to build a mom. Kayla, that sounds like the name of a weird, almost like sci-fi horror movie, How to Build a Mom. Let's write that. That could be a good film. It's like I'm a robot and so are you. So how to build a deck. God, that sounds legit. How to build a deck #1, Robert Weir. Fuck yeah. Woo! Sorry if I clipped out there. I'm sorry. All right. Fire pit and barbecue treehouse. I'm sorry. Yes, how to build a... I think fire pit sounds good. Do you build a fire pit or do you just dig it? Can't you just dig a hole? Is a hole a fire pit or do you have to put some stones in it? No, didn't come up. Treehouse. How to make a computer is pretty solid. Kayla, your mind's not weird. It's incredible. Peg machine, glory hole, both very solid answers. How to build a race car. Computer I actually like. Computer I think is a solid guess. Oh, come on. I mean, barbecue, that does look short. I think barbecue might be in there. Yeah, gaming PC, that's the thing. Okay, maybe that's the short one is PC. I know we just did computer, but I think it might be PC. Yep, good call. And see, that's the bullshit of Google Feud. Is that if we had real judges and they knew the answers, they would have given us a credit for computer. This is bullshit. All right. Okay. I mean, glory hole? How much building is involved, really, with the glory hole? I mean, I guess if you don't own the building, you are going to have to bring in some tools, cut through there covertly to get the glory hole in the position that you want it to be in. And what is the proper position? Like, since I've never really engaged in one or participated in one, I'm just trying to think. All my experience with it is mainly from deep, seedy parts of the internet. Certainly the parts where no named porn stars exist. Only the amateur girls are hanging out there. And it's usually truck stop bathrooms or dressing rooms, that kind of, that nature. See, I don't even know how much building's in there, so I think I'm going to avoid the glory hole. Okay, good credit score. How to build a good credit score is actually pretty solid. How to build a good credit score. Don't you just have to pay a bunch of stuff on time and then, like, get a bunch of credit but not use a bunch of credit? I don't know. I think oh, bullshit. Portfolio is solid. Sex room. See, I said sex dungeon. Come on. Like, that's not fair. If I say sex dungeon, you have to give me sex rooms. Kayla's hungry. Order a pizza. I love pizza. I might get some pizza after this. What time is it? 8:50? I'll wrap up in a few minutes. We're only doing one more round. One more round and then we'll get the hell out of here, all right? When is a good time to... let's see, when is a good time to glory hole? When is a good time to peg machine? Oh, I'm sorry, these are from the last round. When is a good time to dance? There's no real good time. I don't ever feel comfortable dancing. I don't know about y'all. Even when everyone else is dancing and they're like, hey, just dance like nobody's watching or whatever. I can get to a light sway. I think the light sway is about the most I can get to at this age. I don't think I can dance like nobody's watching. I'm confident admitting I can't cut a rug. Couldn't do it if I tried. It's my roommate's money, not mine. When is a good time to die? Now that is also an incredible James Bond movie, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, come on. Yeah, exactly. When's a good time to tell my wife I hooked up with another woman? It seems a little long to fit into any of these. When is a good time to... I mean, on that note, though, you want to say get divorced? I'm just trying to think of I tell my wife I banged her bestie. Good for her bestie for just getting it and probably knowing, hey, look, I'm going to hook up with your husband and I'm going to let you know that guy's a scumbag. Hopefully that's the way it went down. And then hopefully maybe they just let you go, 2-on-1 for a while, just for old time's sake or something like that. Have at it. Take out the turkey. I'm going to go get divorced. When is a good time to get divorced? No. Have kids? Get married? Take out the turkey. It's so specific. It would only happen like a couple times a year. But I guess maybe it's Thanksgiving somewhere every day. Maybe somebody celebrates every day. Gotta go bye. Later, Kayla. Have a good one. Never seen you before. Thanks for the subscribe and the follow. Woo! Plan for retirement. Shit. That's too real, Jay. I think I put something into my Fidelity thing the other day. And it was like, I think it's impossible. Like, they're like, by this point, you should already have this amount saved. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, I don't have anywhere close to that saved. You've got to be insane. So probably when I'm 18, start then maybe. Oh, come on. That's a good answer. Bye, Kayla. When is a good time to... Yeah, I'll go get married. Oh, bullshit. What is this crap? Buy a house? Some of his clothes. Those are all... Go to Hawaii. Okay. When is a good time to take a pregnancy test? I don't know. Maybe when you're pregnant. That would be a good time to take a pregnancy test. After you've hooked up with somebody. That would be a good time. When is a good time to post on Instagram? If you're searching that, you're already lost. Like if you're one of those social media people that's like, well, I know we have to post between 10:10 and 10:15 because that's what an article on Google told me. Fuck off. Like, just post when it makes sense. Don't get too hung up on some crazy ass algorithm. If everybody posts between 10:15 and 10:19, then nobody fucking posts between 10:15 and 10:19. Figure out what works for your audience and just do it. Just test it and do it. Post on TikTok, post on Instagram. All right, plant tomatoes. Now that's beneficial, because I think you only get good tomatoes in the summer. So I'd imagine you do have to plant them at a certain time. Now, I don't know what time that is. I don't know when to plant tomatoes. Tomatoes, pretty hot when they're juicy. You know, and pretty cold when they're bad. Like, you get a bad Wendy's tomato or something, or, oh God, like an old Subway tomato that was just garbage. That will make your entire day go to pure hell. But if you get a fire tomato in the middle of the summer and you could rock it on a BLT, change your life. Life-changing tomato right there. So, I get it. People need to know when's a good time to plant their tomatoes. All right. Before I go, let's look some stuff up here. I'm going to play the Feud music one more time. All right, you have to give me a minute. I guess I haven't signed in on this other device source over here. No, I don't have to do all that. Let me just sign into whatever my dumb accounts is, or my accounts are. I can't talk sometimes. Sorry, so let's see here. Strip Mall Steve. I got to sign in over here. Yeah. What's my password? Y'all don't know my password, do you? Is that not my password? No. It's all right. Forgive me. No, that's not my password either. That one got me in. Beautiful. All right. Sorry, I'm looking at something over here. I'm going to try to get some audio to go, because this is very dumb. So, did you guys ever listen to The Fan way back when? 16-point authentication. Chill homie 69. No, it's always like some variation of something, but with a different exclamation point, or like this one has 2 exclamation points, or this one doesn't. Stuff like that.
Hosting. So
Okay, so apparently yesterday, so I don't know if this is illegal or not, because I don't care. I'm not employed by any radio entity or media entity in any way, shape, or form. And I played the Family Feud theme on here all the time, and nobody seems to care. So I did see a tweet going around earlier that I guess had been quoted a bunch. So I did used to listen to 105.3 The Fan a lot. Lovely people over there, I'm sure. I don't know many of them personally. I've met a couple of them in passing, but don't know them very well personally. But I, yeah, exactly. I did when BNS were there. Same here. Exactly. I listened to Tom when Ben and Skin were there. I listened for years before that. I'd listened when Jagger was on and all that kind of stuff, you know, when it was still, I guess, technically The Fan. But so listen for years. So still follow a lot of those cats. That stuff shows up in my feed and stuff like that. But I guess there was a tweet going around that somebody had clipped a few minutes of a conversation that occurred where it seemed like maybe Gavin Dawson from the G-Bag Nation, I don't know what time they're on, maybe 2 to 6, maybe 2 to 7. I think they might have a 5-hour slot there. I don't know. I guess he was talking about baseball, potentially talking, like coming to the remote on Friday. What time do they broadcast? 3, sorry, I know what time they broadcast. I'm not being an ass. Maybe. I grab my kids between like 3:30. If I drop them off and have nothing to do and head down there, yeah, I could maybe end up there at 4:30 on the remote on Friday. So maybe, potentially. But seems like Dawson was talking about Jack Leiter. Seemed like his buddy. I'll use that term casually in this sense. Seems like his buddy, Jared Sandler, probably sent him a text. Says, hey, whatever you're talking about right now, hey, maybe update your opinion. I know you might be looking at the box score, but probably wasn't that bad. I've never had to talk sports for a living, so I'm certainly not the person to speak to about this. Or, sorry, I'm certainly not the person to speak to about how difficult it is to conduct a 5-hour show daily that is specifically about sports. So you're going to get into situations where you've got to look at box scores and try to extrapolate data out of it. You probably shouldn't try to make harsh opinions based on that data alone. And that's what I believe Gavin gets himself into here. But I really did want to play this piece of audio just because it cracked me up a bunch and because I don't think anyone else really will play it because they either can't or don't care to. So I'll do it because it was just a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun listening to it. And I don't even like sports that much. All right, so let's take a listen.
Hosting. Sorry, Bills Mafia.
Oh, we got Jared?
I think
Yeah, he got a little
Jared.
smoke.
Oh, he wants
He
to
got
get
some smoke
spicy.
with Dawson, yeah.
Oh, this is perfect.
got-
True. Wait, so this is true or far true? Jared's here. I think Buffalo might be the 6th or 7th wild card team as Jared Sandler joins us now to protect his guy, Jack Leiter, who I have been corrected, was good yesterday, giving up 1 run per inning pitch. Jared, good afternoon. How you doing?
Yeah, no. I was listening because I love you guys.
So Jared
And
calls in.
Dawson, I heard you the other day when you were very passive aggressive with Broadus. I know how you can be. I heard the drive-by shot there. That's cool. I was just trying to help you via text, not sound like a total.
Okay, so
diss-ass,
you say you're
but-
trying to help me via text, Jared. This is not how you address somebody via text in the middle of a segment. Be honest. Did you watch the game? Suggesting that I was dishonest, that's where you got sideways with me, Jared, just so you know.
But did you watch the game?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. So, so what I imagine has occurred already, and that was before this clip here, is that Gavin was probably spouting some stuff off about how Jack Leiter was not good the previous night. Jack Leiter is not up to snuff to play in the majors, what have you. I don't know what Gavin was saying. But it seems like Jared probably sent him a text. It was like, hey man, be honest. Did you even watch the game last night? And again, I have not had to do a 5-hour show where I had to talk about sports, so I don't want to come out and fault the guy or seem like I'm rubbing salt in the wound here today. And it's hard to watch every damn game, but you can't go talk about it and make grand opinions on it. It sucks that that's your job. So Jared calls him up and clearly asks him, hey, did you watch the game? And he said no. So let's continue on.
Okay, so
No, I
was
saw
just
his
trying to-
numbers. I saw his
I
numbers.
understand that.
Okay.
But I was just trying to help you out because if you watched the game, then it would be a different approach. But if you didn't watch the game, I was just trying to explain, hey, man, he allowed 2 runs through 5 innings versus one of the best lineups in baseball, pitching on 4 days rest for the first time in his career. They brought him out for the 6th. You can debate whether they should have or not. Had they pulled him after 5, then it would have looked a lot different. He left the game with 3 runs on the board. Chase Anderson came in, allowed 2 more. It's one of those games in which the box score does not really reflect how he pitched. In his previous outings, especially against the Rockies and against the A's, did he pitch well at Cleveland? No, he didn't. I'm not going to sit here and defend him. Now, I have said, and you addressed it in the first segment, that his jump from last year to this year in the minor leagues was a big step in the right direction. And I have said a number of times, if your expectation is for Jack Leiter to be an ace, then you probably are on the wrong path. But yesterday was definitely a step in the right direction. He was efficient. He threw 16 pitches per inning as opposed to the 22 pitches per inning over his.
Let me stop right here. Gavin is being very quiet. Jared is making nothing but astute points right now. It says basically, hey, this guy was very solid through 5 innings. Probably shouldn't have come out through 6. And to your point, by the way, to concede, hey, hasn't been great in previous games up till now. But I will say for about at least a minute, maybe 2 minutes here, Gavin, perfectly quiet up to this point. True pro in that sense. He's waiting for his rebuttal. Let's see how it goes.
First, was it 5 outings as a big leaguer? Yes, he gave up 5 runs in 5 innings. At the end of the day, do you want to give up 5 runs in 5 innings? No. But he also gave up 2 runs through his 5 completed innings. And had he not come back out for the 6th, and I think there was an argument to be made that he shouldn't have, then his afternoon or his evening looks totally different. All I was trying to explain was that the line and the reality didn't really match up. I wasn't trying to sit here and tell you to give Jack Leiter a Cy Young because of his performance yesterday. But if you watch the game, there were a number of things that were impressive that looked way better than what they looked or how they looked over his first start. That's all.
Yeah, but none of that is bigger than the fact that it's a failed second overall draft pick. Like, he might be salvaging this into somehow, progressing to be a number 3 at his absolute peak right now, but it's a massive disappointment. And like,
Gavin, I'd love to do that.
All right, so that's where he starts. So Jared is about to cut in because I don't think he's too pleased with this, the rebuttal of basically, hey, I know I didn't watch the game yesterday, and I know you just made a bunch of astute points, but let me just go back and say the guy was drafted number 2, so it's a failure at this point. So it's just going to go kind of to absolutes here and shift the argument more into a overall philosophical debate on, is this guy a failure if he doesn't live up to the expectations of whatever a number 2 pick is in baseball, which I don't know. I'm certainly no one to speak on. Let's keep going. Here comes
baby
Jared.
steps.
420.
Taking baby
T.Y.,
steps.
Do you feel like that's a failed?
I don't care what he would say. He wouldn't answer that correctly.
No, but I'd
he
love
wouldn't
to hear
answer that
it.
honestly.
Well, Gavin, can I ask you a question? Why is this failed? Is it failed because he hasn't come up yet and established himself?
I love sports fights, by the way.
Well,
Why is it failed?
It's failed because he
not
was a number
27
2
years
overall
old.
pick multiple years ago, and he's struggling mightily every time he gets a sniff at the major league. Well,
That's my favorite part.
correct.
No, but I'd
He
love
wouldn't
to
answer
hear
that
I'm going to listen
honestly.
to this again. I'm sorry.
Gavin, can I ask you a question? Why is this failed? Is it failed because he hasn't come up yet and established himself?
Here we go.
Well,
Why is it failed?
it's failed because
not
he was a number 2
27 years
overall
old.
pick multiple years ago, and he's struggling mightily every time he gets a sniff at the major leagues. He's going to be 25 years old the first month of next baseball season. So we've had a significant amount of time where it doesn't look like he's going to be able to consistently get guys out to the point that we have.
Shake
you even
voice.
admitted he's not going to be an ace. End of story.
Yeah, but
we
he was-
agree
End
on
of
this.
story.
Jared.
Never gonna be, when he was drafted, Gavin, he wasn't set to be an ace.
Okay. So these are, sorry, Leonard, this is on the G-Bag Nation on 105.3. Toka, Allah, we're getting all kinds of people here today. Kayla, Toka. People love the Google feud, and they love the feud between the G-Bag Nation and Jared Sandler here. Hi, hello, I'm sure this isn't spam at all. I'm sure you just love commenting on my videos about the Google feud. Thank you. Big Gavin Dawson supporter, I'm sure. Did he tip you off, Toka? Did Gavin call you? Did Gavin let you know that I'm doing this right now? All right, anyway, let's continue on.
Oh.
We talked about this. I know.
Oh,
I don't know if
okay.
you've listened or not, but I've told you this. When he was
no.
drafted second overall, no one said Jack Leiter future ace.
Oh, this music's
now,
weird.
you don't want to put a ceiling on a kid who's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Just wait, it gets better.
Obviously, guys who are drafted in the 10th round aren't ever thought to be all-stars, but some become all-stars. But if you go back and read a lot of the prognostications, a lot of people said, hey, we think Jack Leiter can be a really good middle-of-the-rotation guy, maybe a number 2. No one thought Jack Leiter was going to be Paul Skeens. The prognosis for Paul Skeens when he was drafted
Just wait.
way different than Jack Leiter, right? It was a weird time because of COVID and the pandemic, but he's 24 years old. He was a draft-eligible sophomore. He lost 1 year because of COVID. I mean, Jesus, this guy, he's 24. He's not 34. If he becomes a regular in your rotation to where you can slot him into the 3 spot, is he a Hall of Fame bound
Okay.
pitcher? No, but that's not a failure.
Okay.
I think we're closing. It's like we're writing his final chapter way too soon here.
I mean, is he even one of the top Rangers prospects anymore as the number 2 overall pick? I guess that's my bad for having expectations too high on a
No,
guy.
Gavin, you're spinning this because you don't know how else to combat me other than by playing I guess it's my bad. You're not listening to anything I'm saying there.
Okay, that's
Like,
the
I get
second
it. I
insult you've given
understand.
me in the last 30 minutes. Screw you, Jared. Goodbye.
listening to anything I'm
listen to
saying.
that
though.
again because it's shocking.
Okay, that's
Like, I
the
get
second
it. I
insult you've given
understand.
me in the last 30 minutes. Screw you, Jared. Goodbye.
See ya.
Bye.
So it ends with screw you, Jared. Goodbye. I don't even know. I don't know who the lineup is. On the photo, it still has Broadus. I know Reggie left because I think Reggie was on that show for a while. Maybe Reggie was on another show. I apologize. I'm sorry. I love Reggie to pieces. Bye. Bye, Toka. Thank you for joining in. Toka Boca, a video game. Toka, we hardly knew ye. Thank you for stopping by. I think in our short time together, we learned a lot about one another. You came in, you said hi, hello, yeah. You put in a few emojis, then you said Toka Boca, a video game. A couple more emojis, and then you said bye. You're my favorite human. Anyway, so yeah, Gavin just signed off with the screw you, Jared. So if it's wrestling, good for them. I don't think it was. I think Gavin got called out for maybe not watching the game. At least he admitted that he didn't watch the game. Exactly. We love you, Toka. Bye, Toka. Gavin at least admitted he didn't watch the game. I wouldn't watch every Rangers game either. Good Lord. There's so many damn games. And if you already have to work 5 hours and you probably got to be up there to prep for some crap an hour before and you got to be in some dumb 30-minute read meeting afterwards to basically say, hey, guess what's coming up tomorrow? We're going to talk Rangers and see what happened in game 4 against this person. You got to do those stupid tease reads. So I get it. I wouldn't watch every game either. I'd watch important games, but then the tough part is that somebody's going to make you do a 5-hour show. So you got to have damn good prep, more than numbers. And then when people like Jared call in, you just got to let them talk because they know way more than you. Like, and I know Gavin probably knows that. I don't know Gavin well at all. I don't know Gavin at all. But I don't know what the hell he was thinking there. Like, Jared knows way more about the damn team than he does. Like, that's where you should just listen to your experts and say, man, I had not considered it from that point of view. Thank you for enlightening me beyond what was in the box score, because sometimes those things can lie. All right, well, I thought that was a bunch of fun when I saw that going around earlier. All right, I'm going to bail out. Yeah, exactly. That's it. I could go on for a long time about that stuff because, like, I understand the dynamics of being stuck in that studio, but when people call in who know what the F they're talking about, I mean, honestly, that's the best thing. You just let them talk half the time. Like, you don't get combative with them because you know all you do is sit in that studio. Like, unless you're out there watching every game, how on earth could you know about that? Again, because you have to spend time doing all that stupid other crap. You've got to work on transitions. You've got to deal with what sponsor reads we have today and all that other crap. You're not watching the baseball team every day. Toka, you're my favorite. Sorry, I still have another screen up here that says when is a good time to take a pregnancy test. And that's always an interesting thing, you know. I don't know how you found out that you were pregnant, but I don't think guys can take the pregnancy test, and I think that's the real bummer of it, is that we don't ever get to experience that joy. It's always like secondhand joy almost. Not the finding out that you're pregnant, but getting to pee on a stick that matters. That's the thing, we just don't get that ever. Do we get to pee on sticks for, like, crabs or anything? Nah, I guess they can just see the crabs. The crabs are just there. What do we get to pee on a stick for? Because women get to pee on that stick, and that's like a cool thing that they have. Huh. What'd you miss, David? Nothing. Nothing good. Nothing good at all. All right. Gosh, it's been 59 minutes. What a waste of everyone's time. All right, I'm going to play the Family Feud music one more time, because why not? Take me out on the feud. Come on, honey, sing it. It's the Feud.